Okay, so you've got a $350,000 budget, which means you're smart. You're not trying to spend $500,000 on a house in Lincoln, Nebraska. But here's what you're probably thinking right now. If I'm not spending $400,000 or $500,000, am I getting a bad neighborhood? Are the schools going to be terrible? Am I going to regret this? Spoiler alert, no, not even close. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you the best neighborhoods in Lincoln where you can get a genuinely excellent home, good schools, and a thriving community, all under $350,000. And you're going to save tens of thousands of dollars in the process. Let's go. Real talk. I work with a lot of families who are in exactly your situation. You've got a specific budget. You want to make sure you're not sacrificing on the important stuff. And you're smart enough to know that more expensive doesn't always mean better. If that's you, whether you're serious about buying next month or you're still researching and you want to know if Lincoln is even a good move for your budget, reach out. I can walk you through neighborhoods, pricing, schools, all of it. Download my free location guide, schedule a call, shoot me an email. Links in the description. Here's the thing. Families who do this research before they start looking at houses almost always end up happier. They know exactly what to expect. They don't overpay. They don't feel trapped. So let's make sure you're set up for that. Now, let's talk about where your $350,000 actually gets you in Lincoln. Section 1, the surprising truth about Lincoln pricing. Here's the thing that shocks people. The median home price in Lincoln is $210,000. That means half the homes in this city sell for less than that. So your $350,000 budget, you're not budget constrained. You're actually in a really strong position. To put this in perspective, if you came from Denver or Austin or the East Coast, you're probably spent way more than $350,000 for a smaller house in a less stable market. Now you're in a city where $350,000 gets you something legitimately nice with good bones and a neighborhood that people actually want to live in. The mistake people make is comparing Lincoln prices to the national average and thinking they're getting a deal. You're not getting a deal, you're just living in a sane real estate market where housing costs aren't insane. It's actually normal, and it's amazing. So right now, with $350,000, you're not making a compromise, you're making a smart choice. Section 2, Colonial Hills, the cash in the bank neighborhood. Let's start with Colonial Hills. Median price is around $188,000. Let that sink in. You can buy a safe, established, family-friendly neighborhood with good schools for $188K. That means with your $358K budget, you've got over $160K left over. What do you do with $160K left over? You could make a substantial down payment and basically own the house outright. You could renovate it. You could invest it. You could use it to pad your emergency fund. The point is, you have options. Schools feed from Zeman Elementary through Pound Middle and into Lincoln East or Lincoln Southeast for high school. All solid. The neighborhood is established, tree-lined streets, families who know their neighbors, active community association. Crime is well below city average. It's A+ safety. The vibe is mature and stable. You're getting families who've been there for years, people who care about their neighborhood. It's not trendy or flashy, it's just a genuinely good place to live. And for under $200,000, that's honestly exceptional. If your budget is $350,000 and you want to save money while getting an excellent neighborhood, Colonial Hills is the play. Full stop. Section 3, Highlands, the solid middle option. Highlands is a step up in price, but not dramatically. You're looking at homes in the $220,000 to $280,000 range, depending on what you want. Still way under your $350K budget, and you get more options. Newer homes, slightly different neighborhood vibe, good schools. Kids feed from Fredstrom Elementary, B+ rating, through SCU Middle, B+, which is excellent, and into North Star High. The neighborhood is very family oriented. Lots of young families, good parks, community events. It's got that we all moved here for the same reasons vibe without feeling exclusive or expensive. Median household income is around $99,000. So you're looking at solid middle-class families. Nobody's trying too hard to impress anyone. It's just real good community living. And the schools are legitimately good, not hyped, just consistently solid. The genius move here, you get everything you actually want in the neighborhood. Good schools, safe area, family vibe, active community, and you're spending $280K max. That leaves you with $70K to work with. That's a down payment cushion, renovation budget, or retirement savings. Your choice. Section 4, Country Club, the established character. Country Club is interesting because it's established and historic and beautiful, which usually means expensive. But you can actually find solid homes here in the $250,000 to $320,000 range. Not all of them, some are pricier, but you have options. What you're getting: historic character, mature trees, neighborhoods that feel like they've been thoughtfully designed for decades. Kids go from Merle Beatty Elementary through Irving Middle into Lincoln Southeast High. These are excellent schools with good funding and invested teachers. The vibe is we're part of something established and real. You're not in a brand new development. You're in a neighborhood with history and identity. For some people, that's worth the money. For others, it's the difference between spending $280K in Highlands or $300K in Country Club. The honest take: if you find a house in Country Club under $320,000 in decent shape with a home inspection that checks out, you're doing great. You're in an excellent neighborhood with proven schools and community. And you still have $30K in your budget for updates or emergencies. Section 5, Southern Hills, the nature lovers on a budget. Here's where I get excited. Southern Hills. Median prices are competitive. You're looking at homes in the $260K to $310K range. And what you're getting is direct access to Wilderness Park plus genuinely excellent schools. Cavett Elementary gets an A- and ranks as the number 9 best public school in Lincoln. Scott Middle gets an A. Southwest High is an A-rated school sitting literally adjacent to Wilderness Park. If you've got kids, those are legitimately excellent schools. Not okay, excellent. Plus, the lifestyle is outdoors. Your kids can bike the trails, hike in the park, actually live outside. The neighborhood is growing with younger families who choose it on purpose. The crime is well below city average. The community is active, but not chaotic. Here's the real talk. If you spend maybe $280K on a home in Southern Hills, you've got $70,000 in your budget remaining. That's renovation money, that's emergency fund money, that's money to improve your actual life instead of throwing it at housing costs. If you're a family that actually spends time outside, Southern Hills under $310,000 is legitimately one of the best moves you can make. Excellent schools, direct nature access, young community, safe, growing neighborhood, money left over. That's the full package. Section 6, the neighborhoods to skip under $350K. Real talk, there are neighborhoods you might find under $350,000 that I'd tell you to skip. And it's not because they're bad, it's because you can do better with your budget. Family Acres, excellent neighborhood, but median price is around $439,000. You're not getting in under $350,000 here. Downtown or Haymarket, you could technically find something, but for the price, you're getting less space, more noise, and fewer parking spots. Your $350,000 doesn't buy you much in those hot neighborhoods. Your money goes further everywhere else. New construction developments, you might find something under $350,000, but you're often getting less of the neighborhood. It's still being built. Premium HOA dues and fewer mature trees. So here's the strategy. Don't chase trendy neighborhoods. Use your $350,000 budget to get an excellent neighborhood that's not trying too hard to be cool. You'll thank yourself in 5 years. Here's what I actually want you to understand. $350,000 in Lincoln is a really good budget. You're not scraping by. You're not making massive compromises. You're actually in a position to get exactly what you want. The neighborhoods I talked about, Colonial Hills, Highlands, Country Club, Southern Hills, they're not budget neighborhoods. They're genuinely good neighborhoods where you can afford to live well. The difference between $188,000 in Colonial Hills and $350,000 is not the quality of the neighborhood. It's not the schools. It's not the safety. The difference is, do you want older trees and more established vibe? Do you want newer construction? Do you want direct park access? Do you want historic character? Those are lifestyle questions, not quality questions. Colonial Hills at $188K is genuinely as good a neighborhood as Family Acres is $439K. Different vibe, same quality. So pick the one that actually fits your life, then buy it. Then invest the money you saved into your family and your future instead of into inflating housing costs. That's the move. If you watch this and you're like, okay, these neighborhoods sound good, but I want to know more about what each one is actually like to live in. The next video you need to watch is what it's actually like to live in Lincoln, Nebraska. See that? That video goes deeper into the lifestyle, the culture, the day-to-day reality of being a resident here. It pairs perfectly with this one. Hit subscribe. I post videos about neighborhoods, pricing, schools, real estate, all of it, every single week. And if you're seriously considering this move and you want to talk through which neighborhood under $350K is actually right for your family, links in the description. Let's figure this out together. I'm Tim Woosley. Thanks for watching. Now go make a smart decision about your future. Let's go.